You might be wondering why I'm wearing a Power Ranger outfit, and yes, it is the full suit. I do have the shorts as well. So, the reason why is because I'm a grown man and I can wear whatever the fuck that I want to wear. So, yeah, it's funny though. But I'm going to the gym a little bit later, and I'm just gonna have fun because hey, I'm a Power Ranger now. I'm the Green Power Ranger, and I think that's pretty fucking cool. You might not think so, but it doesn't really matter. So, uh, what I want to talk about today is actually not related to Power Rangers at all or the gym, but it's actually getting people to like you. So I want to show you something. There's something really interesting that happened the other day. Pretty crazy, I would say, right? So, it's pretty common for me to get nasty comments on Facebook. I'll show you what it was, or maybe I'll just read you what the guy said because I don't want to necessarily call him out here. But actually, no. Let me show you just so so it's a little more clear here. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to share my screen. That's gonna let's see. This is what happens when you're not prepared. But it doesn't matter because you're Power Ranger. So wow, which one is this? It's like meta. Here we go. Look at this. Okay. Anyway, you can see the message here, right? He says here, "Fuck you, faggot, clickbait bullshit. You never been in a real fight." Okay. Now, I want you to think about how did this conversation end, right? Because I want you to think about what would happen if someone messaged you that, and how would you respond, right? So, okay, so I went back and forth with him a couple times, right? You can see the voice messages here, right? I'm not going to play them, but anyway, you can see what the end is here. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. Now you can see what the end is here, right? If you zoom in a little bit. It says, "I said, awesome, man. I really appreciate what you said. Much respect. You get it. Hope the call goes well, brother. And let's see, maybe we can work together. Take care, brother." Right? So, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just play his last message. I think that's all right if I play his last message. Don't you think? Okay, let's do that. Hopefully we can hear the audio here. Okay.
I will say I signed up. I have little interest, but I'm doing it because when I was a recruiter, I had to overcome people attacking me for my beliefs, for what I did. And I see that you were able to overcome that. So I got a lot of respect for that. You were able to talk to me, get my attention. I will do the consultation. I have little, I'm pretty like I'm 99% sure this is not for me due to my situation. But I do appreciate it. I'm doing it because I feel like being able to overcome someone who's being adverse towards you is a quality that most people don't have, and I can see why you're very successful in what you do. So I think that you did a good job. So I will do it. I used to tell kids, what's your favorite food? And they'd be like, oh, I like cheeseburger. And I'm like, what kind of cheeseburger do you like? And they'd be like, well, I like a cheeseburger with from Wendy's. I'm like, what's on that cheeseburger? Well, that cheeseburger has bacon and tomato, blah blah blah. I'm like, good. And I'd be like, well, how did you know you liked it? And they'd be like, well, I tried it. And I'd be like, here's the thing, big dog. You tried it, right? All I'm asking you to do is come in and sit.
I think you get the point. His message. He's got some other messages there, but okay. And the point is not to make fun of this guy in any way. I think he's a pretty cool guy. All right, but you can see that I converted him over from. Remember though, let's remember where this conversation started. Right? He messaged me and said, "Fuck you, faggot, clickbait bullshit. You never been in a real fight." Okay, and it was a little bit hostile, right? But I'm not gonna go through the entire transcript of everything that was said, but I'll tell you basically what I did. Okay, what I did was this, right? And this is the key in order to get people to like you, right? And again, this is not to manipulate, right? And so just so you know, also the outcome. What did he do? Well, he booked a call with my team on my well that never runs dry financial freedom program where I teach people how to build passive income and to invest in real estate and to build their businesses and generate passive income. Okay, so he booked a call onto that to get one-on-one direct mentorship with me, right? Me working with me directly. Okay, so that's pretty big, right? Okay, and it's not a cheap program either, right? So but he he went from fuck you faggot, right, to that. So I don't know if I should have even said that word on YouTube. I wonder if it's going to be a problem, even though I'm quoting it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't really care that much. But oh yeah, it's interesting. So anyway, the point is like, what I do? How do you do this? Right? Again, not to manipulate someone, but how do you get someone to like you like that? And the answer, the short answer, is empathy. Right? So I listened to what he had to say. How did I first respond to this? Right? I just laughed at it. I was like, oh, okay, that's funny. Yeah, you're probably pissed off about some posts that I made. A lot of people get pissed off about posts I made, right? So again, I'm not offering resistance to him, right? See, this is the key thing to understand, right? Is that I'm not offering resistance. I'm not trying to fight against what he is putting out. Right? He wants to say this kind of stuff. I'm not going to say, hey, don't call me that, or that's not cool, whatever. I don't need to, right? Instead, I'm not letting it faze me, okay? So then he's a little bit pissed, right? He's still a little bit pissed, and he still says, yeah, you should know, whatever, and, stuff about anime, okay? Because it was an anime post or something like that. But anyway, then I empathize more with the situation. I said, oh, okay, yeah, no, I understand. Okay, I'm a big Magic the Gathering nerd as well, and yeah, I can see how that could come across that way. Yeah, I'm Dungeons and Dragons solid because he talked about those things. He talked about playing Dungeons and Dragons and watching anime and that kind of stuff, and that there's nothing wrong with liking those things, right? And I told him I'm a dork too. I like nerdy things, right? And so he talked about smoking, and I talked about how I had quit smoking. I'd love to help him quit smoking. I know how hard it is, right? These kind of things, right? He talked about respect. I used the word respect, right? I mirrored the words and language that he was using to talk to me and made him felt understood. Not that I was trying to get him to understand me. Do you understand what the difference is? When you try to make someone feel understood, not try to make them understand you, they like you. Because people like to... The biggest thing that people have as a complaint is that they're not understood. Right? They don't feel like people understand them. And so when you take the time to understand someone, it makes their day. Even if they're really angry at you to start with, right? Even if they don't like you, it's going to turn it around, right? Because they don't usually encounter that, right? You usually don't encounter someone, especially when you hit someone with aggression. How many people have you hit with aggression and then they were kind to you and they actually understood you and they actually were empathetic to you? Not very many people. So when that happens, boom, right? It switches things around in someone's head. So I just wanted to give that as an example to you. And, the guy will probably buy the Well Done Everyone Try, probably will join the program, which is great, if you're interested in that as well, you can shoot me an email, john@bulldogmindset.com, and we can talk about it. I think there's some links down below, too, if you want to check those out. But, yeah, if you want to get people to like you, remember, be empathetic. Don't try to get them to understand you. Try to understand them and mirror the words and language that they're using. The things that they're telling you are important to them. That shows you care.